After a busy lead up to Christmas, a singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist from Milwaukee's Bayview neighborhood is hanging up his Santa suit for the holidays and getting ready for a new season of music and storytelling. Part Santa, part sea shantyman, and 100% folk music artist David H.B. Drake is our Sunday morning spotlight.
Let there be light. Let there be light, come to end this long winter's night. Let there be light.
A modern-day troubadour who sings songs for all seasons has a special place in his heart for the holidays.
Bearing ancient treasure, following yonder star.
Christmas
sing we Noel,
itself shaped who I am.
Noel, sing we now of Christmas.
David H.B. Drake's playlist includes songs from a book of Christmas carols that dates back to his childhood growing up in Milwaukee.
From 1947.
The book was the centerpiece of his family's after Thanksgiving dinner tradition.
We'd sing every Christmas carol, every verse, every night between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And if that isn't a music education, I don't know what is. It came upon a midnight clear.
His favorite Christmas carol from the book, A Glorious Song of Old.
From angels bending near the earth to touch their harps of gold.
Played on a dulcimer. The name of this hourglass-shaped instrument comes from the words sweet sound.
I particularly love this for Christmas because it almost has a harpsichord kind of sound to it.
A sound also fitting for what's been Drake's musical bread and butter for decades, folk music. Drake's played stages from Summerfest to State Fair, colleges and community centers, earning a number of awards, including the Wisconsin area music industry's Folk Acoustic Music Artist of the Year. Through his Wisconsin program, he melded music and history for school children with a variety of instruments, all self-taught.
I play guitar, banjo, dulcimer, concertina, various harmonicas, Native American flute, penny whistle. I can get a little bit out of a piano.
But quite a bit out of the first instrument he learned to play back in 1954.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle.
Someone not named Santa Claus knew this four-string Christmas present was the perfect fit for David's 7-year-old hands.
I will give my father his due on this. My father was a laborer. Any craftsman understands that the tool has to fit your hand. And my father understood that a guitar is way too big for a 7-year-old's hand, but a ukulele isn't.
Which is why Drake advises parents to start their kids on easier-to-play instruments like a ukulele, dulcimer, or
Here we come a
concertina.
So green.
A concertina is not an accordion, it's a harmonica. So I have 6 harmonicas in my hands and an air pump to push air through them so that I can sing at the same time. Sit right down and I'll tell a tale of a fateful trip.
We soon discovered this Santa Claus is also an old salt. David, your office has a nautical theme, and for good reason, too.
Oh, yeah. When I'm not doing music, during the good weather, of course, I'm out on Lake Michigan being a sailor.
A qualified and trained merchant seaman who has sailed aboard tall ships and performed sea shanties at maritime festivals.
And I look like a sailor. It's one of those typecasting things again, is, you know, I'm never going to get typecast as Romeo, but I'll get typecast as Mr. Smee.
Drake was also a longtime musician, historian, and educator on board Wisconsin's flagship, the Dennis Sullivan.
A schooner built in Milwaukee. Oh.
With concertina in hands, Drake sang with a heavy heart at a ceremony last September when the three-masted schooner said goodbye to Milwaukee. Although the Sullivan now belongs to the Boston-based World Ocean School, the Great Lake it sailed upon for 22 years, just blocks from Drake's Bayview doorstep, will always be this sailor's home away from home.
I got a little 21-footer that I can solo sail or take folks out on, and that's where I think and I write songs, is just out there in peace and quiet.
Songs about the sea, environment, Irish ballads, folk classics, and during the holidays,
Do you know what I know?
Christmas carols. Much of David's calendar is now filled with appearances at senior living communities, like here at Oak Park Place Assisted Living and Memory Care in Oak Creek.
Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
30 years ago, singing in a coffee house, I was singing for my peers. Well, those people that came to the coffee house and stayed up all night singing songs are now in the senior residences, and I'm back to singing for my peers.
So I hope your Christmas is happy and healthy, with good friends, good family, good food.
And I keep telling the folks at the senior places, you know, one of these days I'm just going to stay here.
Hallelujah, go tell it on the mountain.
No matter the location or occasion,
Everywhere.
the 75-year-old, once described by a reviewer as a gentle troubadour, warm as a back porch on a summer night, is grateful for the 4 decades and counting of opportunities to share his music and stories for all seasons.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Shalom Havarim, Salam Alaikum, whatever language, peace on earth. Thank you.